Let's be clear right from the start. There's simply no such thing as a master herbalist. And there's no point in bullshitting ourselves about it either. Yeah, I know. It can be reassuring on some level to imagine there are humbled, enlightened masters determining the course of herbalism or world events from beneath a magician's cowl or a wise woman's cloak, perhaps moving unseen through the busy throngs or casting their well-intended spells from behind a leaf and screen of branches and brambles. Certainly, when we consider the very obvious limits of our own earned knowledge, it can be comforting indeed, comforting to believe that there exist individuals who somehow manage to reach the very heights of wisdom and ability. But alas, if we think that it's possible for us to become masters at something, we're way more likely to spend huge amounts of time and money seeking official recognition of it, even though there's no special anointed council, no friggin' cabal of superior, ascended, all-knowing beings who can credibly make such a divine proclamation as that. And this is true no matter how much money we might ever make, how much money we pay for our lessons, or how well we might do with our tests. There's simply no royal court where we can get knighted, no gilded venue where we're granted special favors and dispensations, so there's damn little reason for us to bow our heads, hold our tongues, or take a bended knee. And if we think that we're already masters of something, it becomes sadly much, much easier to imagine that we've already secured all the information and skills that are needed for our important work of helping and of healing. By thinking we're masters, we get stripped of much of the impetus to experiment, stripped of the urge to explore and to adapt, stripped of much of our natural desire, natural drive to continue with the vital formative processes of learning, developing, and evolving. A plant healer is, among other things, a lifelong student of all that our mentors, our personal experiences, and the herbs themselves can possibly teach us. There's no end to the countless lessons that we're afforded, no conclusion to or graduation from life's ever-unfolding curricula, and no ultimate plateau whereupon we can smugly retire or rest on our credits and laurels, not if we're on a constant chosen path of improvement, effectiveness, and fulfillment. The most knowledgeable, creative, effectual, beneficent practitioners I've ever met have almost all been quick to point out what they don't know. And they've demonstrated an excitable eagerness to find out new things, to discover new patterns and new possibilities, and to try out new approaches every single day that they're on this planet. They look at their many accumulating pieces of knowledge as contextual elements, not as immutable dogma. Every verifiable fact is viewed like building blocks, like filaments connecting to the limitless processes of a wondrous, never static, never fully understood universe. As I explain over and over again in my writings and my videos, it's entirely possible, and in many ways it's necessary, for us to learn the foundational basics from which our practice can grow. But foundations are literally and metaphorically concrete, meaning solid, meaning strongly formed and largely unchanging. Foundations are the opposite of a plateau of any kind. They're the actual base upon which we build, the principles we secure ourselves and our work to. Foundations are what our characters, our work, our efforts, our missions are built upon. And it's our continuing education, our constant improvement, self-realization, and accomplishment that marks us. The word foundation derives from the Old French fondere, meaning to lay a base for. It is thus the underpinning, the bedrock, the groundwork, the basis from which our full realization as healers starts, not ends. A foundation is defined in my dictionary as being load-bearing. And for the plant healer, that load is the weight of all that we do and all we can become. It's the very soil beneath us, the mycorrhizal lace substratum from which we grow, act, stretch, and reach. The word master is, of course, sometimes applied to someone who has advanced abilities at an art or a profession, but the same dictionary also defines it as having authority and control, as in that regrettable term, master and slave. It's also defined as someone having complete knowledge, which I'm here to tell you nobody ever does. You don't need to be given authority to be a good herbalist. It's a mistake to think that your bundle of knowing is ever complete, and you have no control over the practice of healing, just an opportunity to help heal through your ever-expanding awareness, ever-deepening experience, through endless new insights and their caring applications. We're practitioners, for God's sake. And that obviously means that we're still practicing and improving. Let me repeat one more time. There ain't no master herbalists. What there are folks who continue nonstop to learn, to uncover, and to apply. Folks who continue to get better and better at what they do, so lovingly and purposely. Folks just like